O belongs to set V, U belongs to set V. Now, generally, notation for belongs to is something like this. We use epsilon, a Greek letter. This is the symbol for epsilon. Sorry, belongs to epsilon. So this is A belongs to V, which means that the element A belongs to set V. Understood? For example, if I write B, does B belongs to set V? No, because B is not a vowel. Okay. I am taking just set of vowels. Okay, are you following? B is not a vowel, so definitely B does not belongs to V. Now again, does not belongs to also there is another symbol that is denoted by epsilon with this line. Okay, some line, vertical line. So this is belongs to symbol. This is does not belongs to. So which means that the element P, sorry, this is B. The element P does not belongs to set V. Understood? Because B is not a vowel according to this definition. Understood? Now can you tell me, when I take n, what is this n? Usually n is the set of natural numbers, right? So it is like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. You will get infinite number of elements, isn't it? Set of natural numbers I am taking. Now when I write -1, does -1 belongs to n? No, because -1 is not a natural number; it is a negative integer. So I'll just write -1 does not belongs to n. Understood? Similarly, when I write 25, definitely 25 is a natural number. So 25 belongs to n. And if I write 0, 0 is also not a natural number. If I include 0 here, it will be a whole numbers, set of whole numbers. So 0 also does not belongs to n. Understood my point? So it is a well-defined collection of objects, and every object in the set is called as element, and every element in the set belongs to n. Understood? So now here, in addition to these two symbols, we have few more symbols. I'll just write it here. Please note it down. Standard notations. Standard notations. First one, epsilon. This is nothing but belongs to. Okay. This is does not belongs to. And we have another symbol. This is column. You know it, right? Column, not semicolon. Sometimes we also denote the same symbol as something like this. Just one vertical line. These two are same. These two symbols carry the same meaning. It is nothing but such that. I'll tell you where we are going to use this such that and all. Okay. In the representation of sets, I am going to explain this symbol, such that. And you are already aware of this symbol. What is this? Implies. Sometimes it is also called as if, then. Understood? If I write A implies B, what is the meaning of this? If A, then B. I'll tell you more about this one later. And then there is another symbol which is, it is by implies. It is called as actually if and only if. Okay. Please copy. Please copy. I'll explain about these two symbols. Please copy first. So these are these, and one more symbol is there. Sorry, I forgot. V and horizontal line. This is called for all. For all. Sometimes this by implies is also called as IWF. If means if and only if. These two are like shortcut for this if and only. Okay. I'll just take 2 minutes to explain these two symbols. They're very easy. When I say A implies B, the meaning of this one is actually implies sometimes they'll use the symbol also in another chapter. Okay. The meaning of this one is if A then B. Actually we use these two symbols in another chapter called as mathematical reasoning in statements. It is something like this. If A and B are two statements, and when I write statement A implies statement B, the meaning of this one is if statement A is true, then statement B is also true. Okay, I'm not going to explain about this one in detail for the time being. Okay, just understand the meaning of this one. Understood? A implies B. The meaning of this one is if A is true, then statement B is also true. Now, similarly, when I write X by implies Y, I already told you if and only if. The meaning of this one, in both ways, it must be true. It is something like this: if X, then Y, and if Y, then X. In both ways, it must be true. Understood? Implies means only one way. If A, then B. But when I say X by implies Y, the meaning of this one is if X is true, then Y is also true, as well as if Y is true, then X is also true. Understood? Even in converse way also, this is true. This is called as converse. Understood? So just understand the meaning of these two. That's it. Okay. If you want, you can copy this quickly. Please copy this problem. Example. Which of the following collections are sets? Okay. So let us try to understand these three examples. Okay. After these three examples, set definition will be more and more clear. Okay. Even if you have any confusion, right? Now, first one answer. Collection of honest people in India. Is it a set? No. Just now I told you. What is the definition of set? I'll write it again. A well-defined collection of objects. Isn't it? This is the definition of set. Well-defined is very, very important. As I already told you, there is no such definition of honest. Okay, unique definition. It varies from person to person, isn't it? So, collection of honest people in India is not a set. So, this is not a everyone is following. Okay. Now, second one, you tell me. Collection of prime numbers between 14 and 20. Prime number, it is well defined, right? What is the definition of a prime number? A number which is having two factors, one and the number itself. Besides these two factors, you should not have any other factor. Then it is called a prime number. I hope everyone is aware of prime number, 6th class, isn't it? So now, can we collect the prime numbers between 14 and 20? Yes, definitely. So it is a set. Now, can you tell me what are the prime numbers between 14 and 20? 17, 19. Only these two, right? So if I assume this set as some P, definitely the set of prime numbers between 14 and 20 will be 17, 19. Because this is the notation for set, right? I already told you. Enclosed by curly brackets. 17 and 19. Okay. And this is the set P. We are just assuming that. Okay. So P represents the set of prime numbers between 14 and 20. So which means that number 17 belongs to this set. Number 19 also belongs to this set. If I write 18, 18 does not belong to me, isn't it? 18. I'm just giving you an example. Even 16 also does not belong to P because 16 is not a prime number. 18 is also not a prime number. Understood? So second one is a set, and that set contains only two elements, 17 and 19. Okay? This problem is. Okay, let me finish this one also. What about this one? The collection of factors of 24 which are less than 20. Yeah, definitely this is also a set because you can collect the factors of 24 which are less than 20, isn't it? So it is a set because it is a well-defined collection of objects. Now, can you tell me the factors of 24 which are less than 20? First, we will write all the factors of 24 and then we will take only those factors which are less than 20. 1 is definitely a factor. 2, isn't it? 3. Then 6. 6 is a factor of 24, right? 8. Next, 12. Anything else? Huh? Yeah, we missed 4. Okay, let me write 4 here. 4, 6, 8, 12, and then that's it. And the number itself, 44. Is it correct? So factors of 24 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, 24. Isn't it? Now, but we are taking only the collection of factors of 24 which are less than 20. Now, if I assume F as all the factors of 24 which are less than 20. So set F will be written as 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12. Because I cannot take 24. Why? I am just collecting the factors of 24 which are less than 20. Because 24 is greater than 20. Understood? So that's why I am taking up to 12. So this is also a set and it contains how many elements? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Understood? This code. So like this, we can think of so many examples of sets. Okay. So I hope everyone understood the definition of set. Okay. And the standard symbols. Okay. we need to understand one more definition in set theory. That is, please write it down. Cardinal number. Cardinal number. Cardinal number. Its definition is very simple. It is nothing but the number of distinct elements in a given set is called cardinal number of a set. I repeat, cardinal number is nothing but the number of distinct elements in a given set is called cardinal number. So, for example, let me take set A as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to find out the cardinal number of this set. Cardinal number is nothing but number of elements in the set. Understood? Cardinal number is nothing but number of distinct elements in a given set. Usually, cardinal number is denoted by n of a. N is like, you can think of it as number of elements in A. Understood? In some books, they use this notation also. O, capital O, order of the set. Order or cardinal number. So, can you tell me how many elements you can see here? Distinct elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements. Understood? So, the cardinal number of this set is 5 because this set A contains 5 distinct elements. This is one example. Now, let me take one more example. Let set B is A, B, C, D. What is the cardinal number of this set? What is the cardinal number of this set? 4. Actually, in sets, when you are representing the elements of a set, okay, please remember, when you are representing the elements of a set, when one element is repeated more than once, when a particular element is repeated more than one time, you don't have to write it twice. Understood? This set is equivalent to A, B, C, D. Understand my point? Even if you write A n number of times, it doesn't matter. Okay. Even if you write A n number of times, it doesn't matter. So A, B, C, D is equivalent to A, B, C, D. Understood? That's why in set theory, we usually write element only once. Understood? So now, what is the n of B here? Cardinal number. I already told you. Number of distinct elements. If you write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it will be wrong. Because A and A both are same. So what will be the cardinal number? 4. Example 1. This one. So it's very simple. Amar, set A is given as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers belongs to set A. I said number of distinct elements. So how many elements you can see in this set? 5 elements. That's why number of elements in set A is 5. Just for more clarification, I will give you one more example. When I take set C as something like this, X, Y, Z, W, R, S. Okay. So how many distinct elements you can see here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what will be the cardinal number of set C? This is 6. Understood? I hope this is clear, Amar. So it's very simple. Cardinal number is nothing but it represents the number of elements, distinct elements in a given set. Nothing else. Okay? Good. Please copy this definition and these 3 examples. What are? For cardinal number. Yeah, synonymous term is number of elements or order of the set or cardinal number. These 3 are same. Cardinal number or order of the set or number of elements of the set. These three are same. Isha. What is? This is not 0. O. This is O. Amar. O. I already told you. N of A. This is just a representation. O of A. That is like order of A. I'll write it. This is not 0. Okay, please make a note of it. This is like order of set A. This is number of elements of set A. Okay, fine. So I think I'll stop it for today because it's already. It's very simple again. Set C. Set C contains how many elements? X, Y, Z, W, R, S. Some English alphabets. And these 6 alphabets are distinct. So how many distinct elements you can see in set C? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So n of C will be equal to 6. Nothing else. Okay. So I hope you understood the definition of a set and the standard notations and how to find out the cardinal number. Cardinal number is nothing but number of elements in a given set. So I'll stop it for today. In tomorrow's class, we are going to discuss about representation of sets. So how to represent a given set. So to represent sets, we have two methods. One is called as roster method. Second one is called as set builder method or roster method, and second one is set builder method. Okay, so tomorrow we are going to discuss about these two methods. Thank you. That's it for today. Yes, both are same. That's what. Usually we follow this notation only. Please remember this notation. Very rarely we are going to use this notation. Okay, both are same. Number of elements of A or order of A. Okay, if you have any doubts again, tomorrow I'm going to revise it. So shortly geology class will start. Thank you so much. Good afternoon. Today, let us start the regular syllabus of first PUC. Previously, I explained some basic concepts. In that, I took some characters of animals like levels of organization, symmetry, coelom, germ layers. Like this, I took some characters and I explained. Now today, let us see the fundamentals, introduction to the complexity of living organisms. When we take one organism, maybe plant or animal, that organism is made of many cells. We have billions of cells in our body. All the cells will show different types of functions. You know very well, the cell is the functional and structural unit of living organisms. All the living organisms are made of cells. Some animals are unicellular, single-celled. Some organisms are multicellular. That is different. But without cell, no living organisms. That is very simple and easy to understand. If we take billions of cells in the body, in the billions, different kinds of cells are existing. Instantly, I will tell you, in our body, nephron is present. Nephron is a type of cell. Neuron is present. That is a type of cell. RBCs are present. Myocytes are present. Osteocytes are present. So like this, various kinds of cells are present in our body. Means all these cells are developed from zygote. I told you previously, when the gametes fuse, zygote is formed. The zygote is a single-celled stage. From the zygote, due to repeated divisions, cleavages, many cells will develop, many cells will form. So that different cells of our body are derived from the common zygote. RBCs which are present in our body will transport gases. WBCs which are present in our body will help us in immune system. Platelets will help us in blood coagulation. But what you have to understand here, the WBCs, RBCs, platelets, all are three different types of blood cells. But all the three types of blood cells are developed from the same zygote. RBCs did not come from different zygote. That is also developed from the same, our zygote. So now, in the process of development of embryo, various kinds of cells are arise from the zygotic condition.
And here, in living organisms, in biology, one branch is there, that is histology. Histology. Histology is the branch of biology that is not related only to zoology. In all living organisms, all in the sense complicated, highly developed, very developed organisms, we can see the development of tissue from cells. Cell is a fundamental unit. If you see only one cell, that will have different cell organelles which are very microscopic: cytoplasm, nucleus, plasma membrane, everything you will study in first PUC. Like that, cells which are similar means same type of cells. Same type of cells means what? In which concept? In which aspect? In the structure, in the function, in origin. Origin in the sense formation. From where? What is the root? From where they develop? So in all these aspects, they must have similarity. Group of cells, I will tell you, group of cells which are derived from the same origin, which show the same type of functions, and among themselves they must have some physical contact. Then we call that group of cells as tissue. So study of tissue is called as histology. The name tissue was first time used by Bichard. He coined the term tissue. And here, histology is different. That is a branch, that is a specialization of science which tells everything about tissues. If you want to study about only cells, cytology, that is different. So cytology deals with only cell. Histology deals with tissue. Means when group of cells are united, when the group of cells are combined, joined together, what type of characters they get, what type of functions they perform, everything related to tissues, we can study everything under histology. But this word histology was not coined by the same fellow. This word was coined by Mayer, M-A-Y-E-R, Mayer, August Mayer. And two members you have to remember. One person coined the term tissue, another person coined the term histology. But now, you take any branch of science or anything in your studies, that branches are formed by the contribution of different scientists. For example, if you take genetics, in genetics, Mendel laid very good foundation for genetics. If you take evolution, Darwin laid foundation. Like that, Malphizi. This person, Malphizi, laid good foundation for histology. Foundation. Coined the term. So like this, what is histology? Study of tissues. You may get one doubt. Is there any difference between study of cell, study of tissue? Yes, definitely. So, if you take the study of only cell, you will know about the individual cell that may be having 10 characters. But if you see the tissue which are formed from the same cells, you may find 20 characters. That if different cells are united, definitely some additional characters are formed. Different properties will emerge. So that's why histology means study of details about tissue. Some people will call this histology as microanatomy. Microanatomy. That is another name. What is another name for this histology? Microanatomy. Now, we have billions of cells, trillions of cells, but if you see some properties of that cell, different cells, we can categorize all the cells, all the tissues into 4 types. I think you got in SSLC also. Now, a little bit deeply, we have to discuss. So, totally, how many types of tissues are present in our body? There are 4 types. 4 types of tissues. So, if you see the 4 types of tissues, they have the differences. What are the 4 types of tissues? Number 1, that is epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular, and neural. So these are the 4 types of tissues in our body. Nothing else. Totally, our body is made of 4 types of tissues. In our first PUC, we have to study in detail everything about epithelial, everything about connective, everything about muscular and neural. Then we can imagine, we can analyze how different organs are present inside us, how different tissues are performing different functions. What will be the shape of that particular cell? Everything will come to our mind. And nature of their characters, their life, contribution, everything we will understand. So initially, let us take the first type of tissue. What is that? Epithelial tissue. Epithelial. So what are the 4 types of tissues in our body? One is epithelial. Epithelial tissue. Second one is connective tissue. Third one is muscular. And fourth one is neural. So now today, let us see epithelial tissue. This epithelial tissue shows 2 types of main functions. Different scientists classified the tissues differently based on different characters. If we consider different character, definitely even we can divide the tissues differently. So depending upon one type of classification, we can broadly divide the epithelial tissue into two categories. Some types of tissues, epithelial tissues, will protect, cover, or line outer surface lining layer for different internal organs. So that's why we divide the epithelial tissue into two categories, broad classification, broad division. One is lining and covering epithelium. So in the name itself, the epithelial tissue will cover or line. Lining means what? As a layer on the outer surface, if this epithelium is present, definitely that will protect the underlying organ. So that's why lining and covering epithelium. The second type of epithelial tissue will secrete different chemicals, products. That's why we call them as glandular epithelium. So you understood very clearly. The first category of epithelial tissue will protect the organs which are present inside. Glandular epithelium, gland means which produces hormones or enzymes. There are two types of glands, endocrine, exocrine. So that's why this is second type of epithelium will secrete or produce different secretions. But first type of epithelium is just protecting is the main target function. Protection. Right. So now, today, let us take the first category of epithelial tissue. What is that? Lining and covering. Lining and covering. I told you there are 4 types of tissues in the body. In the previous classes, I explained germ layers, ectoderm, endoderm, mesoderm. This epithelial tissue is derived from all ectoderm, endoderm, mesoderm. Means what? From ectoderm of the embryonic stage, epithelium can develop, or from mesoderm also they can develop, or from endoderm also epithelial tissue can develop. So this epithelial tissue can be derived from all 3 types of germ layers. Number 1, before going to the types, I will tell you the properties. All the 3 germ layers. So this epithelial tissue can be developed from all the 3 germ layers. Number 2, this epithelial tissue will show less amount of matrix. What is matrix? For example, if I show 2 types of cells, 2 cells or 4 cells in the tissue, the gap between the cells, which is called as intercellular space, is filled with one type of fluid, that is matrix. This matrix will be very less. Less matrix is present. Cells are more. If you take connective tissue, there more amount of matrix will be there. If you take blood, plasma, what is plasma? Matrix. In the matrix, cells will be floating. That is different. But here in epithelial tissue, matrix is very less in quantity. Where you can see that matrix? in between the cells. Number third, these epithelial tissues are not connected by blood vessels. So these are avascular. Vascular means with blood vessel. Avascular means without blood vessels. You may get one doubt. If that epithelial tissues are not supplied by blood vessels or blood, how these cells will live? Because they need nutrients, they need oxygen, and at the same time the metabolic waste substances should be removed. Everything takes place by diffusion from underneath organs. What I am telling you, this epithelial tissue will line or cover different organs of the body, maybe organs or cavities. But if it is covering one organ, under this epithelial tissue, epithelium, the underneath organs are supplied by blood vessels. From there, the oxygen will diffuse, glucose will diffuse. So like this, diffusion helps all the epithelial tissues because they are not directly supplied by blood vessels. Matrix is the substance between the cells. In one tissue, you can see the cells which are adjacent to each other. At the same time, in between the cells, we can see some space. And in that space, whatever the substances, fluids present outside the cell or in between the cells, we call that as matrix or extracellular substance. Or sometimes in the next coming classes, you will use another word, alternate word, interstitial fluid. So matrix is the substance between the cells that is less in quantity in epithelial. So even though that epithelial cells are not connected by blood vessels, they are getting every required substance through diffusion from the underlying organs. You understood? This epithelial tissues will take some help, support. Means themselves they cannot organize as a layer. That's why all the epithelial cells will sit on one supporting membrane. We call that membrane as basement membrane. Basement membrane. What is basement? Foundation. So the basement means that will give mechanical support to the complete cells in the tissue. So this basement membrane, if I tell you epithelial cells are present like this, like a layer, in some diagrams in your school, you mentioned the outermost layer of some transverse section of any root or leaf or anything as epithelium. Epithelium is nothing but epithelial tissue. So the outermost layer of cells, if I draw the cells like this, they must have some support, otherwise they will collapse. So what that support is taken by these cells from basement membrane. So whatever the membrane you are seeing here, that is basement membrane. That membrane becomes the base for all the cells. These cells should not collapse. They must stay like that to protect other organs. That's why This is called as basement membrane. The basement membrane is having two layers. I am dividing that membrane into two layers. See, the upper layer is called as basal lamina. The lower one is called as reticular lamina. So lamina means layer. Basal lamina, reticular lamina. Now what you have to think, which layer is very close to the epithelial cells? Basal lamina. Reticular lamina will be closer to other organs because this tissue is covering some other organ. So that's why the layer of basement membrane which is contacting that epithelial cells called as basal lamina, and below that basal lamina we can see reticular lamina. Okay, right. So what you have to understand, basement membrane is bilayered membrane. Basement membrane is bilayered membrane. Right. So biologically, layer is also called as what? Lamina. Right now, based upon the structure of cells, we divide this lining and covering epithelial tissue into squamous, cuboidal, columnar. That is fine. But based upon the complexity, whether the cells are present in a single layer or different layers, many layers, if multiple layers are present, that will be very complicated, complex or compound. If the cells are present in a single layer, that is called as simple. So that's why, depending upon the number of layers in which they are present, that means depending upon the complexity, we divide this covering and lining epithelium into three types. One is simple. Second one is pseudo-stratified. Third one is compound epithelium or stratified epithelium. So now simple, pseudo-stratified and compound. Simple epithelium is again further divided into three types based on the shape of the cells. Number one, squamous epithelium. Number two, cuboidal. Number three, columnar. So from the beginning, see, there are in the broad classification, epithelial tissues are of two types. One is lining and covering, and the one is glandular. Now we are focusing only on lining and covering. That lining and covering epithelial cells are of three types, tissues are of three types, based upon the complexity. So this division, the three types are depending upon complexity. Now, if you take only simple epithelium, in the name itself, simple, you can mention there as single layer. That arrangement of cells will be very simple. Now, in that simple epithelium, depending upon the shape of the cell, squamous, cuboidal, and columnar. So the first type is squamous simple epithelium or simple squamous epithelium, simple cuboidal, simple columnar. So you have the prefix simple for all the three. Right. So if we take that simple squamous, the cells are present on the basement membrane. I will show here. Basement membrane. What type of cells are called as squamous cells? Very thin, flattened. So the cells are flat cells, very thin cells, like this. So in this diagram, I am showing 4 cells. They are very flat. Did you observe the tiles of the pavement on the sides of the road, street? You can find footpath. On that, we can see tiles. The tiles are also very thin. Thin tiles, flat tiles will be there. Such type of flattened cells are present. We call that cells as squamous. Why we are calling them as simple squamous? Because they are present in a single layer. See, only basement membrane and cells, nothing else. Now, in such type of cells, nucleus you can see at the center, nucleus, like this. Nucleus is present at the center of the cell. Cells are very flattened, just like the tiles. So, you can call this simple squamous as pavement epithelium. Pavement epithelium, not pavement. Pavement. At the same time, this simple squamous, there is another name, that is tessellated epithelium. Tessellated epithelium. So simple squamous epithelium is called as pavement epithelium or tessellated epithelium, where you can find such cells. That is very important. Examples are very important in this topic. Do you know the unit of lung? Alveolus. Pavement means the path where pedestrians will walk. That is pavement. On the sides of the street or road. That is pavement. So now, this pavement epithelium, advantage ಏನಂದ್ರೆ that layer will be very thin because the cells are flattened. Very thin layer that will help us in the exchange of gases from the lungs into the blood or from the blood into the lungs. So if the membrane, if the layer is very thick, the movement of gases will be very difficult. That's why the alveolus is, the alveolar chamber is lined by this squamous epithelium. So in the lungs, you can write here examples. in the lungs, in the Bowman's capsule. Bowman's capsule. So means the Bowman's capsule will have glomerulus. In the nephron, you studied. Ultrafiltration takes place in the formation of urine. From the blood, from the glomerulus, the substances must enter, diffuse into capsular cavity. So you can see that pavement epithelium, wherever the layer is very thin. You can see that in the wall of blood vessel, we call that as endothelium. The blood vessel wall is also lined by squamous epithelium. What is the main function? Two functions are there for squamous epithelium, simple squamous. One is filtration, another one is diffusion. Bowman's capsule, filter. Diffusion, air from the lungs to blood. So just you remember this, cuboidal. Tomorrow we can start. Thank you.